Hello again, and welcome to video number 7 in the Financing, Capital Budgeting, and Investments sequence. And in this relatively short video, I will talk about a very curious transaction that we have in financial markets, which is called a short sale. Short sale is selling something that you do not actually own. Well, two things that I would like to address in this video is one, why would you want to do it? And second, how do you actually do it? Well, what is the most conventional transaction in the stock market? Well, that is purchase of a stock. Why would you want to do it? You do it because you believe that you will be able essentially to sell that stock at a higher price later in life. Well, plus collecting dividends, but mostly buy low, sell high. That's conventional investment wisdom. In short selling, everything is flipped. You sell first and then you buy it back later. What are you hoping for? You are hoping that the price at which you buy back, or another term for that is at which you cover your position, will be lower than the price at which you sold. So let's say here you have the stock price going up, going down. So here is where you perform your short sale, again, in a hope that the market price will drop. And this is when you cover your position. You can clearly see from this little graph how risky short selling can potentially be. When you buy a stock for 20 bucks, what's the worst that can possibly happen to you? Well, the price of that stock goes to zero. You lose $20, or if you bought on margin, you lose more than that, but at the end of the day, there is a price floor here. The price of the stock cannot get below zero. Here, on the other hand, there is no ceiling on the price. We can have a Bitcoin situation when the price goes up to almost $70,000 or something like that. So there is tremendous risk associated with short selling. However, again, if you do believe that the market price for this asset will go down, there is a way for you to potentially benefit from that, and that again is a short sale. So, how on earth can you actually sell something that you do not have? Well, let me explain with a little bit of assigning some roles. So I have my class list here. They are sorted by random order. Let's say we have Simon has 100 shares of ABC. Now, Simon has bought these shares on margin, and if you have watched my previous video, you know that those shares that are bought on margin are held in the street name, meaning that it's actually the broker who, technically speaking, has them. And let's say that who's next on my list, Chris, is Simon's broker. And next on my list, I have Amanda. And Amanda wants to sell shares short. What Amanda does is Amanda borrows shares from Chris and sells them. An interesting thing is that Simon is actually blissfully unaware that the whole thing is happening. Okay. So she borrows shares from Chris and sells them to who's next on my list. I have Teresa, who again is blissfully unaware that she is taking part in a short sale. The only two people who know that this is happening are Amanda and Chris. I hope this makes sense. Chris, of course, will charge Amanda something. He's not a charitable organization. Has children to feed. So there are a couple of things that we will talk about in class about the intricacies of short sale, but this is the basic scheme. Now comes a $64,000 question. Let's say that this company ABC pays a dividend. The question is, who gets this dividend? Is it Simon or is it Teresa? Effectively, by selling something that Amanda doesn't have, what she has done is she has created two owners of the same stock. So who gets the dividend? And the answer is both. They both do. Teresa gets the dividend from the company because she is now the owner of record. Simon also gets the dividend. Who pays this dividend? Amanda does. She is responsible for all cash flows to the owner of the stock that she has borrowed, which represents another potential risk of a short sale. Thank you very much for listening. We will be discussing this in class quite a bit more about risk management. We'll talk about risk management, that is strategies that are associated with short sales. And I will see you in the next video.